Good day, well, it's Scott Picken. I'm coming live here. I'm the CEO and founder of Migrate. Coming live here from Stanford Business School, which is the graduate school of business, one of the best in the world. And I just actually am super excited this week to bring you the Wealth Insight. I know that I'm standing here at a graduate school of business, but I've just had the privilege of spending another week with John Ratliff. And you can see where we're on Richard Branson's Necker Island. It's the second year in a row that I've got to spend a week with him. The guy's one of the most humble guys I've ever met. I mean, for me, it's more valuable than coming here for an entire 2 years. And he built a company over 15 to 20 years. He sold it for $800 million. He actually told me about a book like this called Scaling Up by Vern Harnish. It's a good friend of his. His business that he sold was Apple Tree. He now actually works with these guys and helps great businesses scale through the roof. But one of the things I love most about John is that he's so humble. He believes so much in culture and building and about employee engagement. And he was the one that taught me about the Dream One program. And I really recommend that you watch this Wealth Insight and learn from one of the greatest business guys that I've ever met. And to be fair, his results, show it as to how to build a great company, how to get great results, how to get great returns, and ultimately how to get a great exit. And coming here live from Stanford Business School, I don't think we could give a better introduction to John Ratliff, coming live from Necker Island. Enjoy this. Cheers. How's it, John? This is my second year here on Necker, and dude, you were an absolute inspiration to me last year, and I just wanted to really share with everyone on this Wealth Insight. You've had a fantastic success in your life. You own a plot here with Richard on his other island. But what's the number one thing that helped you get to that point within the group, basically?
Yeah, I think when we finally realized that as entrepreneurs, as business leaders, our management team, anyone that had employees that would report to them, we had a fundamental shift at our company. And I shared with you, we challenged every manager in the company every day to ask themselves one question. And the question that they asked was, what can I do today to make the employee experience better than it was yesterday? And I think there's so much focus and attention and effort externally on brand. Like, everyone wants their brand to be great out in the world and customers number one and all those things. And I think we forget about our employees.
Yep.
And our philosophy was, if the employees were really happy and really engaged and felt like they were part of something bigger than themselves, then the customer would take care of themselves. The customer experience would take care of itself. And all those dollars that most companies spend on customer service training and all the customer-facing things, we spent those internally on our employees. And our number one goal was to have the happiest employees we could possibly have.
I mean, just to put it in context, you were running a call center business, so it's also, I mean, it's got one of the highest turnover rates in the world. I mean, generally, it's got pretty disengaged employees.
I have a close friend who's a growth company coach to entrepreneurs. He calls my business, tongue in cheek a little bit, but he calls it the sweatshop of the digital age.
Is that Vern?
That is Vern. Yeah. Vern Harnish likes to call my business the
great book, Scaling Up. I highly recommend it.
It's an excellent book for sure. And so, but no, it's true. It's a really difficult frontline job. It's not, oftentimes people are upset when they're on the phone, and there's not a lot of rewards in that job. So it comes with high turnover, and we really looked, what can we do to, again, focus on this customer or employee experience to create great customer experience, and how can we make the frontline employee's job as seamless and easy as possible, and how can we value them as human beings and not just as employees? So
I do. And I have to say, from my side, my biggest takeaway last year, literally, that I was able to implement the quickest, was this Dream One program. And you said 2 or 3 days ago, there's multiple ways to grow a business, but if I remember your number exactly, you said it was 70 to 80% was literally down to that program as to why your company was as successful it was.
Yeah, so when we started the Dream On program, it was the end of 2008. When we sold the company in 2012, we granted about 250 dreams during that time frame, and hourly employee, frontline employee turnover went from 115% to 18%. And at least 70 to 80% of that gain in retention for employees was due to the Dream On program. And customer retention had the same impact. Our customer retention was 3 times better at the end than it was at the beginning. So again, this idea, happy employees, happy customers.
No, dude, it's such an inspiration to see you. And you know, a lot of people around the world, they read these books, they hear about it. We even read about Zappos, but it's so amazing to meet someone that truly lives it. You know what I mean? And I mean, you've been speaking about it all week. You're so passionate about it. And I just let you know, I made a video to my team. And I said they have 150% of my commitment. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get that within our team, you know, because it inspires me, and I'd love to be part, you know, build a team that's in a similar way. You know?
No, I really feel like it's the only way to run the business. And I think the last thought I'll leave you with is there's this idea that if you just go through the steps and you go through the to-do list, you can have great culture. And my take is that it doesn't work that way. Culture is like your DNA. Think of it like a fingerprint.
Yeah.
What I did, I have ideas I can share, but those ideas will work differently for you and for, you know, everyone else. You have to get the philosophy right first. And until you get that philosophy down, that it's our responsibility as leaders.
We have to own it. Yeah, exactly.
We own the experience of employees. And until you believe in that, then all the other stuff that you do is just stuff. But if you can get that part right, then everything else falls into place. And I mean, I saw it firsthand play out in our company. So.
No, awesome, dude. Well, listen, thanks so much for your time, and as always, you adding so much value. I really appreciate it.
Cheers.
Mate. So hopefully you enjoyed that wealth insight. You see, what I'm trying to do is just share with you individual skills, and you know, you can see here the graduate school, you know, Stanford Graduate School of Business. It's one of the best business schools in the world. But I believe in real life learning, what's happening on the ground. It's like an apprentice. It's the oldest, most knowledgeable way of learning. It's by learning by doing. And that is why I want to teach you lessons from people that are actually doing it on the ground and that have got the results. So if you enjoyed this wealth insight, I would ask you to please go out there and share it with your friends. My mission statement in life is to create a world of wealth, health, and happiness. And to do that by having lots of fun, inspiring growth and change. Our vision is to empower 1 billion people, but we can only do that if you share it with your friends and family. Please make a commitment to me to go out there and share these insights. They're free so that other people can have the brilliant information, the brilliant knowledge that is available, and you don't just need to be coming to fantastic schools like this. And if you enjoy it, go online, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and every single week we will be bringing you a new, short, succinct wealth insight. As you know, I get to spend time with people like Richard Branson, other billionaires and very, very successful men and women from around the world. I not only get to spend time with them, but I also learn from them and have done that for the last 20 years of my life. And so I will consistently make a promise to bring you great wealth insights each and every week. And if you subscribe, then you too will be able to get them. So subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can like our Facebook page at Wealth Migrate. But most importantly, please implement what you're learning from these wealth insights. Scott Picken coming live from Stanford Graduate School of Business, one of the best business schools on the world. I'm trying to create one of the best abilities to learn on the planet. Let's empower 1 billion people. Let's make it happen. Cheers.